Good evening, parents and family. Welcome to the Parent Literacy Night 2021. My name is Catalina Peña Yañez, and I teach developmental language arts reading at Boynton Beach Community High School. We are excited that you join us for our virtual Parent Literacy Night. Today, we will walk you through the main platforms that your child uses every day so you can understand how it works and support your child from home. In this presentation, we will make 4 stops to learn how each tile works for the core classes of your child. Let's begin with the main tile called Google Classroom. This is where you find all the classes that your child is enrolled. Just one click and let's see. Each tile is every subject that your child is registered and actively participating. You can see them arranged in the order that your child sees their teacher according to their schedule. For example, this student has geometry on the first period, then he has US history on the second period, and so forth. In this time, I will click on the sixth period with Ms. Peña to give you an inside look of the intensive reading class and see how does that look like. So every class has the same tabs. The first one shows you the mainstream of information called What's New. The second, it's called Classwork. It's where you can find all the assignments, quizzes, and resources. The persons will show you all the classmates that are registered in this subject. So first of all, you have the name of the subject up front of the Google Classroom. Then it says the period that is given. And most importantly, this is the Google Meet link that your child is clicking every day to meet their teacher right on time. This left square on the left will show you the upcoming assignments that are due every week. So let's take a look at how the classwork tab looks like and how that one works. On the classwork, you can find a list of all the assignments that the student is currently working on, the ones that he has already done. Now, how do I know if my child is missing any assignment? Let's say, for example, that my child was sick and I have no idea what did he miss or what she missed those days. Well, you go right here on top left to find a section called See Your Work or View Your Homework. You really see what happened those days that my child was absent from the school. Let's take a look. So the assignments will show this time the date they are due right here, and then the state of each one in great detail. It will say deliver when the child turned in the assignment right on time. This one right here at the top. Once the teacher grade them, it will provide a grade for the student to keep track of their scores closely. And lastly, for those assignments that the student never opened and did not turn them in to the teacher, it will say they are missing or undelivered, like right here, clear on red. All the student has to do is to click on the tile of the assignment right here to have immediate access and open it up. Now, let's take a look into a very important component that many forget, and is that when you go to persons here on the top tab, you not only see the names of all the classmates, but you have straight access to your teacher's email right here. Just by clicking in this tiny envelope, you will open a message toolbox where the student can send important messages to his teacher. It will show all parents in the coming videos how you can email your teachers and administrators in case your child is sick or have a family situation. Our next trip is our main reading platform as English language learners called Achieve 3000. This platform is available all days of the week at any given time of the day. Kids will choose their class name at the top. And also they are working if they are working in school or at home. And then just one click and you will get to the dashboard of this amazing reading platform. Students get to get the new lesson every day, and they are expected to be working on in order to increase, their comprehension, their vocabulary, fluency, and lexa. For the student to remember what lesson they have been working and which ones they are missing, they have to go here right at the top. There's three lines, three lines, and this drop down menu will appear and students will click on My Lessons. On My Lessons section, will show you which lesson the student is still working on and which one he is missing. For example, this student was able to complete the lesson here at the top until the step number 3, which is incomplete. So we will need to click right on step number 3 to resume his work. Whenever you see no dots, for instance, in the second assignment, that means that the student has not worked on this lesson yet. If you see at the top, you can find 5 tabs, number from 1 through 5, because each number stands for a step of literacy here in Achieve 3000. Students have supporting resources right on the right-hand side, such as vocabulary at their fingertips with the ability to click on each word and to hear how it is pronounced so they can repeat and practice that in English. Isn't that neat? So to the left, right here, you will click on this digital highlighter. This is what we use to determine the main idea, highlight keywords, supporting details, unfamiliar words, and kids can select the word that they do not know and click on this book right here to find the definition, and it will show up right away for them. Next is our tile called Math Nation that is used in Algebra 1 and also in geometry, right? This is a very dynamic math resource that provides free instructional videos, workbooks, interactive tutoring to the students. Students can test their knowledge by using that test yourself practice right here. Practice tool under the videos and more here, videos and more tab. When students click on each test yourself type of exercise, the tool directs them to specific videos based on the areas of weakness. There are also detailed video solutions for each practice problem. Let's take a look. So Math Nation has high quality videos that are so interactive. As you see, the students can choose their study experts. Look at this. And this expert will walk them through individual practice problems step by step, just by one click. So the study expert they chose, they will moderate the interactions in real time. They will answer questions and reading every thread to ensure the accuracy of their peers. This wall is really incredible. Now, our next step or stop is in Khan Academy tile. We know many people are familiar with Khan Academy, great math content, but people are often unaware that Khan Academy has more than math. And Khan Academy also provides language arts content from K through 12. This page right here shows you the English teacher, for example, assigning lessons to the student, providing the due date right here, and the status of your child assignments. And also have test prep, including the free official test SAT practice created in partnership with College Board. We typically right here. This is one of the practice tests that we have in College Board. We typically use these practices on 11 and 12 grade curriculum during the third quarter for students to have a real life experience to increase their learning gains. Millions of students from all over the world learn their own pace on Khan Academy. So these resources are being translated into more than 36 languages. In addition to the Spanish, they're available in French and Brazilian Portuguese, to name a few. So we understand these challenging tasks that you must face as a parent. We understand that you're trying to provide for your family and helping your children to succeed in school. Most parents sign on to the full-time parenting without thinking that they will be their child's primary educator for any extended period of time. You're expected to help with homework, assist in studying, and teach your children their morals. But what you didn't expect to be was their educator full time in the middle of a pandemic. So, therefore, I got you some great tips that I think will help you immensely to create a classroom environment within your home, and you will be able to help your children find academic success without ripping your hair out. So, let's take a look at tip number one. Number one, our kids are used to structure every day. No matter what grade they're in, they go to school in a very structured environment. And this type of structure helps our children to feel comfortable and secure. They know what's expected very well of the during whatever given period of time in the day. They know what's coming next, and it helps to curb their anxiety, and it would also help their day feel like more normal. So with the use of a calendar, you can map out the week by subject and write in what is due and when. This should help your student to prioritize their schoolwork. A very close idea. You can post it on the wall, on the refrigerator, wherever you feel comfortable in your living room. Tip number two is to set up a working space. You can find a space that is both comfortable for your child, but also lend to their productivity. Make sure the space is enough light, that has a comfortable seat, that there's no noise, and it provides a hard surface so they can take notes, that is big enough so they can store all the things that they need for their learning. So this space should be stocked with anything they will need, such a chart device like a calculator, writing utensils, coloring supplies, paper, snacks, and something that they need later in the day. So this can prevent, the student from getting up of their seat and get something they need, and they may miss some important information from their virtual class. Our tip number three can be, what can you do together? Have you ever thought about this? Create some extra family time in your day. You can embrace the fact that everyone's at home. Maybe you can complete the daily physical education activity together. Why not? Maybe go for a walk or bike ride as a family to start the day, to take a swim break before lunch. Maybe you can prepare meals together or do some handcraft together. Use your calendar also. You can write it and plan these beautiful activities ahead of time to create, a productive family time. Our tip number 4 is first and foremost, always over communicate with your child's teacher. If you feel you don't know English, you can use your Google Translator. Your child is using it every day. Go ahead and ask him how he uses. If you have any question, reach out to the teachers. They will love to hear from you and greet you. They will be very happy to clear up any confusion. Also, please make sure your expectations as a parent are very clear. Explain to your child. Tell them, for example, what they should be completing today, what kind of work should they be putting forth, right? Make sure they know to ask if they have any questions. That is really valuable. Our tip number 5 is to take frequent breaks. Think about yourself as a parent, right? Working straight through 8 or 9 hours a day. Yikes! Everyone should be taking breaks. Breaks are worked into our kids' daily schedules. While they're at school, even if they're subtle, aside from lunch, for example, our high school students, they have transition time to move from class to class and often have study centers, right? Or rotational centers to provide less structured time throughout the day. So be sure to take frequent breaks, adult breaks as well. Our tip number 6 is to be flexible as a parent, as an adult. These are unprecedented times for everyone. You, your child, their teacher have a little grace. Everyone's still trying to figure out all this out. So a little patience and flexibility will go a long way. Do you need to go to grocery shopping, for example, first time in the morning? Well, then maybe digital learning just won't start until you return. Is an exceptionally beautiful day, and tomorrow it can be looking really miserable, right? So take half a day or spend the afternoon outside, take some vitamin D. Do not forget, the screen sunblock. We are all new to this, so just do your best. Our tip number 7 is field trip. Anyone feels like it? On the subject of flexibility, see if any content your student is learning might apply to a field trip. Obviously, please keep all social distancing suggestions and laws in mind, but local national parks are open. Sometimes it may lend you a great opportunity about history, biology, geology. You can have a ton of experience with national parks and you can share your expertise with your loved ones. Outdoor classrooms are by far the best. So, if leaving the house is an absolute no, for example, try a virtual field trip. Why not? Expedition by Google is a super great resource. Google Expedition is free to use and have over 200 image expeditions on Google. Give it a look. Every student, every house, every family is different. And with a few tweaks, these tips will have you well on your way to running your own very own in home district distinction, so to speak. right? My biggest bit of advice in this craziness we're currently calling life is to take away as many positive that we can. You get to spend more time as a family. You get to be more involved in your children's education, and everyone's appreciation from each other grows daily. If you're watching this, chances are you are already an A plus parent. And in the grand scheme of things, that's what matters most to our kids. So, thank you, parents, for supporting your child every day. Please continue watching a couple of more suggestions how you can best support your child, and don't forget to answer the parent survey right at the end to let us know how you would like to participate in our school and if you have any questions for today. Thank you again and have a great night.